This story has been making international news headlines all over the world. So I'm going to give you a quick recap of what happened. This is a story of two friends. One is Ghanaian and one is Nigerian. Celine is Nigerian, and then we have Afiba, who is Ghanaian. So now these two ladies, when you look at them, especially Celine, Celine looks like a vibrant young woman who loves the good life. In one of our videos that was posted online, you can see Celine in a sushi restaurant or a Chinese restaurant, something like that. And of course, having a great time. But what struck me was where she dipped her shrimp into maybe a sauce or something, and the look on her face, and I was like, this baby like enjoyment. So just the typical vibrant, beautiful young woman who likes enjoyment. So let's not pass any form of judgment, but we are going to just go by the stories that have been posted online. So is this a story of greed? Now, Celine, of course, is said to be a fashion designer, but at the same time, we can see her living the high class life, on her social media page. Then we have Afiba, who, for me, in this whole case, she's the mystery and the puzzle that has not really been solved because she looks very homely, looks very calm, but looks can be deceiving. And we're still wondering why Afiba left Ghana to come and meet up with her friend Celine for supposedly 1 million naira for a transactional sex at 1 million naira for both Celine and herself. A recent interview with her husband, by a blogger, and he stated that Celine has 2 degrees. Imagine someone who has 2 degrees, a business, and a husband who is Caucasian and is based in Dubai. It doesn't add up. It doesn't make sense. There's a lot about this story that doesn't make sense. But one thing is sure in all of this, these three parties are not innocent. And unfortunately, none of them are here to tell the story. Whether it's Celine, Afiba, and Andrew, something is wrong. And it's the same thing that is wrong with our society. We are being deceived by looks, we are being deceived by people flaunting their wealth. You see, this backdrop is not a real backdrop, it's not a real office. This man was painting a picture of this returnee from abroad with a British accent, and with that, he used it to lure girls. What Andrew did is not the first to do it. For a long time in the history of this world, yes, globally, these things happen. We are just getting to hear this African story, this African side of it, whether it's in Europe, whether it's in South Asia, whatever, wherever it is, these stories happen. Now, back to these two girls. Unfortunately, they visited this man for whether it's transactional sex or maybe he promised them a business of some sort, and that is where they met their Waterloo. They were kidnapped, abused sexually, physically, mentally. The thought of losing your life, seeing your life flash before your eyes, that is what these ladies went through. Now, the abuser, Andrew himself, is not also here to tell the tale. This story is just a story of how degraded and how much destruction that our society has gone through. I won't take so much of your time. For me, I think it is a time for us to go back to the way of Christ. Go back to allowing God to lead us, because the truth is, you don't know who is who. That spirit in your heart, that voice telling you, don't go through with this thing, don't do this business, don't make this person your friend, but you are resisting. You don't know why. Physically and by all logical reason, looking at Andrew, looking at his cars, you will not suspect that he might be an organ trafficker or he might be somebody that will hurt you. In fact, if you hear the videos where he's speaking in that British accent, it sounds like a ham, like he can't harm a fly. It sounds like a big teddy bear. It looks big and looks like, oh, this guy is harmless. He just wants to have fun. Now, there are so many theories online and nobody to actually set the record straight. Afiba was married, and of course, Celine was in a relationship. Nobody understands why they went to this man's house except the narrative that has been brought online, of which, as investigations are unraveling, it's possible they were set up, it's possible they actually went there for hookup. This is just a warning to us as Christians. Let us try to get closer to God, because it is only God that can reveal the hearts of men, that can reveal their intentions. Remember that relationship you went into and you thought that person was normal, or you thought that person really liked you, and then you found out the hard way that it wasn't like that. But you lived to tell the tale. Afiba and Celine did not have that opportunity. And let us not be too quick to pass judgment. Remember, there are people who woke up, entered the bus, they were going to their place of work, going to their offices, and they fell into the hands of kidnappers. There are people who went for job interviews, like that Ini girl, I think her name was Ini Morin. I'm not sure about that. And and she fell into the hands of a ritualist. So let us be watchful, let us be prayerful, and I trust that God will keep each and every one of us and our loved ones. May we not see evil, may we not jam wicked people. Share this video with a loved one. Thank you for listening. Bye.